Hiya then folks, welcome to Boating on a Budget. Bit of a late start this morning because somebody wanted to go shopping.
Gotta go shopping.
Somebody wanted to go shopping, so I came and made a start on what is going to be the bed. And this is our really clever bed, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is another one of them that's kept me awake at night coming up with this design. Because in essence, we're going to be laid that way as a double bed.
Yeah.
But then when we have guests who want a single bed, we can take our double mattress and use that on the dinette, and then a single
bed.
pull-out bed will come out there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be way too confusing to try and explain how it's going to work. So you're just going to have to watch and find out, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, we've got us brew that Dawn's eventually made when she got here. Should I even ask how much you spent at the shops?
No.
No, probably best not.
We're not even budgeted.
So we've got to get that water tank first of all that's going to live under the bed into place. You can see I've got these uprights in that are going to go through the centre of the tank. Again, you'll see that as we do it. So shall we put us brew down and crack on?
Yep.
This could be a bit Chuckle Brothers this, because we've got to get a water tank into an area that's the size of the water tank, and we've got to be in there as well. Good job, we've both been on our summer diet, isn't it? So we're nice and slim. Right, I'll lay in like that.
Yep.
Oh, I think I've got that one in the wrong place, haven't I?
Why?
It's a bit wonky. It's fallen over.
You better do it again.
Let's take it out and do it again. Cut. Take two. I'm sure it's in the right place now. Are you?
Yeah.
Yay. So that's got that in. What I'll do is I'll put a couple of bits of wood either side that'll just stop that moving about. The reason it's got these in the middle, this section, is it's what's called a baffle tank, so that stops the water swilling about too much. You know, when we're racing around the corners and
Oh,
things,
right, okay.
you know, at really high speeds,
Right.
you know, like 5 mile an hour.
4.
Oh yeah, 4 mile an hour. Yeah, so that's in there now. We've now got a piece cut that we'll put across there. That's sort of part of the bed frame. So we'll get that one in, and then we'll have a look at how this magic system's going to work. So to build this frame, I've just used basically the same techniques as what I used on the good old pig's ear. And this is basically the size of what the bed's going to be. Right in there, put these two straight down. We're not actually plumbing the water tank in just at the minute. I'd like to come up with some really clever reason why, but in essence it's because I ordered the wrong size pipe. But that is obviously something we can do at a later date. It'll be a little bit more fiddly because I'm going to have to drill holes in the side, which would have been easier while it was stood there, but hey ho.
You never do all easy, do you?
No. You just stand there and have your brew.
I am supervising.
I'll do all work, you're alright. Can you just lean on that end so you can just make sure that nips right up. Does my bum look big in these?
No comment.
There we go then, essence of the frame in. We now need to cut some strips of plywood. In fact, no we don't. We need to put another piece on the front there. Nearly forgot that. It'll all become apparent. So the 3 foot pull out bed is going to be at this side. So we need to measure in 3 foot. Which is just there. So for now I need to cut another piece of this 2x2 to go on the front of here on this side. So that wants to be 101 centimetres or to try and convert it, 39 3/4 inches. You know what amazes me? How many people watch us abroad.
I
We have
know.
loads of viewers, don't we,
Yeah,
from
we do,
like
yeah.
America, Canada. I think I even spotted the other day somebody from Kazakhstan.
Yes, it
watching
was.
us. So, hello, Kazakhstan.
Unless that's what his name was.
Oh, maybe. That's my piece of wood cut. I'll clamp it in and then you can actually do something and screw it in place, eh?
Oh,
Yeah. With me really good clamps.
hey, they've served the purpose.
For anybody who didn't see, I bought these off Amazon really cheap and they turned out to be like kiddie toy ones.
Any more about me spending money on rubbish?
Right, some screws here. You want 3 or 4. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah, that's the technical phrase for how you put screws in.
Oh.
I'll get my brew now then, shall I?
Yeah.
When this is done, people are either going to think this is a genius idea of a bed, or they're just never going to watch again, or they're
Or they're
gonna
gonna bang
think-
on here.
Yeah, they're going to think, what an idiot. And at the minute, I'm 50-50 which way it's going to go myself. But it's like getting a 2 for 1, isn't it? We're getting 2 beds for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Apart from mattresses, I'll give you permission to do shopping for some mattresses.
You just want 3 in?
Yeah, that'll do. It's that's basically not taking any weight as such. We'll perhaps put a couple more legs in if needed. Once we've got the next bit, which is the base on, which is going to be strips of plywood, we'll go and cut them outside in a second. Once we've got them on, we can actually kind of lay on it and just see how sturdy it seems. So we might need a couple more supports down the edges there. Because obviously these bits that are fastened into like the walls, I've just toe-nailed a couple of screws in and they're only into that 5mm ply, so there's no real weight bearing there. So it probably does need some more legs here,
Yeah, it will.
which probably means I shouldn't be sat where I am. Let's go and cut this plywood. So we want 4-inch strips that are going to go from there to the back, so they need to be 4 foot long, 4 inches wide. I'm waiting.
Thank you.
While Dawn's cutting the rest of them out there then, I'll start making the framework up for these, because obviously these are going to sit kind of like that, with the gap in between. That allows the mattress to breathe so it don't go mouldy or anything like that. But obviously there's not enough strength there, so we're going to need another piece of 2x2 along there, and then one coming down the centre, lining up to there. That's got the centre section of the frame in, and Dawn's finished cutting these. We've just loosely fitted the 2 end ones, and we'll now work out the exact gap that we need for these. So basically we've cut them and put them there roughly, so that looks about the right number. And we shuffle all them up. Enjoying your brew again, Dawn?
Well, it's got to be the...
So the gap that we're left with there is 395mm. So if Dawn puts that into the calculator, 395. And then we need to divide that by, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gaps. So 395 divided by 5 equals...
79.
So each gap needs to be 79mm. So we can measure from there, mark off 79mm, do the same at that end, same in from there, each one 79mm. Get us exact gaps between the two. So if we start off on this side then, so we want 79mm, let's just move them completely out of the way. So 79 mil. $79. So we'll put that there. And we want to keep it nice and flush at this edge, because that is the edge where we're going to put a piece of facing timber on afterwards. Want to do the end too while I'm marking the next one. While you're over that way, you might as well put them two in there. I've got them on the marks here. That then is this side, all bed-like. We've got to do that side, which is more or less the same, except for we need these slats to start here for this side. But you've watched me do this.
I can do rest.
Yeah, you can do rest. I'll go and have my cuppa. Happy days. There we go then. We've got a bed that's more or less 4 foot wide. Now we can get on to the interesting bit. So we've obviously got these gaps, and this bit we've made at the minute 2 inches shorter. So what we're going to do is cut some slats that fit between those that can slide out to extend the bed. Obviously they'll be longer than this one. And then the framework will all pull out to extend this side. Does that make sense?
Happy. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll cut a few lengths of these then, the right width to fit in there. We'll cut the end board that wants to be just short of 3 foot, because obviously we made this 3 foot wide. We'll need a couple of legs for the end here, and then we'll screw it all together, and we'll either yay or
we'll sit crying. You'll have face on again.
Won't have face on. So brew,
yeah,
and cutting. Almost there then. We're on the home straight of this framing out of this bed. Just got the last screws to put in these lats, and then we can see it in action. Come together alright, hasn't it?
Mm.
And I don't think even you quite had in your mind how it were going to work at the beginning, did you?
The cutting were good though, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've done a really good job of cutting that. It's really straight. I can see why you're no longer an hairdresser.
Hey!
Cutting like that. Yeah. As well, we were just working out, weren't we, how much this has cost us to build.
Yeah.
And the boarding, the plywood boarding we've used, is what were left over from the flooring. So that basically were nothing, it were just the offcuts. And I think we've used 4 lengths of the 2x2 that we paid £6 each for. So this bed's cost us 24 quid. How many beds can you buy for 24 quid?
How many perfect beds can you buy for 24 quid?
Bespoke designer beds. Alright, I'm hamming it up a bit there, aren't I?
One of a kind.
Exactly, one of a kind.
Unless somebody copies.
Well, they can do. We'll not charge them too much for the copyright. So as the final screw goes in there, this is where, fingers crossed, we see how it works. So at the minute, it's 4 foot wide, and it's actually a fraction of the longer than a normal bed. It's just 194 centimetres, a normal one's 190, just a bit over 6 foot. It's 4 foot wide, 6 foot long. That's perfect, that's what we have normally as our bed. But then, if we take our mattress off, we can turn it into the single bed. Which the single bed is now 3 foot wide Again, 190 centimetres long, the standard size for a normal single mattress. And it then leaves that bit, would then be like a little table area. Obviously the main thing we've got in mind with this is obviously out of our various children, the main one that stays with us overnight, our Joel, when he's with us, we can sleep on the dinette,
Yeah.
and he's got this as his like bedroom.
Still got his private space, hasn't he?
And obviously that sort of table bit will be for things like his PlayStation and goodness knows what else the youth of today have. Because as well, the way the boat's laid out, kind of the bathroom's here, so it means if we're in that area and he's in this area in the night, we don't have to cross each other to get to the toilet. So that was the main idea behind it, but I think that's worked out quite well.
I think it's genius. Absolutely genius.
So we've got a normal 4-foot double bed that we can convert to a 3-foot bed relatively easily. Obviously we are going to need to make a few tweaks, because I'm sure now if I try and push that back in, yeah, it catches on there. So I'm going to have to round off them boards so that it'll sort of slide back in nice and easy. But just for now, if we... oh, you need to put your brew
I
down.
know, I just thought that.
It'll just slide back in. Like I say, if I round the end off of them, it'll go back in.
That's just tweaking though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And then we've got all the framework to face up, like we're going to do on that bit. So as you come in, you'll see nice framework, all faced up there, that matches there, that kind of matches onto the wardrobe. Job's a good one. I think the only thing left to do then is have a lie down.
Are you giving me permission to have a lay down?
Yeah. You need to put your brew down. You know, I'm the one that's got the reputation for having a brew all the time.
Well, you know.
I will have a sweep then. There we go. Perfect.
It is perfect.
So, hopefully everyone really has liked this video. And I'm sure everyone's already subscribed and they'll
Press the bell.
ding the little bell so they get notifications. And like I said, it's going to need a few little tweaks to finish it off. But I think for now, that's us done. So we'll see you later, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.